Bruce McAvaney had to apologise after a rare clanger last Thursday night. It was uncomfortable viewing.
And I used some words that I wish I hadn't. I said that he had a hiccup. I was thinking in the football sense. I know that it's upset a lot of people tonight, and I understand that completely, and I do apologise. Jordan is facing some serious allegations, and it's more than a hiccup, and I realise that.
But not as uncomfortable as I felt watching Jordan De Goey play and be feted after playing a great game for Collingwood while facing indecent assault charges. And not as uncomfortable as the AFL itself should have felt. Because why should we expect the broadcaster not to muck up and, in this case, deeply offend people when we have received no explanation, no public commentary, in fact, no communication or leadership at all from the AFL on this issue? Two senior women commentators have been highly critical of Gillan McLachlan over this, but even more concerning for head office has been the strong public response following Bruce's hiccup comment. It just goes to show that these truly troubling issues, and I understand the complexities here, are not going to go away just because you fob them off and stay silent. I didn't expect to feel so uncomfortable as I did in the end. I know he played a great game of footy, and I know that he might be proven not guilty of these charges. But just imagine if he wasn't. And I think, you know, the fact that people were so upset by what Bruce said showed us that the AFL really owed us an explanation.
So a few weeks ago you said you're not sure whether he should play or he shouldn't.
It was a really troubling issue.
But
and I expected...
now you're saying you're uncomfortable. Are you saying he shouldn't be playing?
Well, now I've seen it happen. I'm just telling you that was my guttural response watching it. And I was surprised, having spoken for background purposes to the AFL leaders on this issue, why they never came out and said anything when they did decide to let him play. It was like too hard basket.
What do you want them to carry, though? What
Sorry,
can they say? It's before the courts. I mean, what can we expect the AFL to say? What would you want them to say on this issue?
The AFL should have put out some form of public statement as to why Jordan De Goey is playing and why they've decided not to take the position that is possible under AFL rules to actually to actually say, no, you can't play. They could do that. If they're not going to do that, they should have explained why. They should have said there's an 18-month legal process. They should have said that we looked at it. There needed to be an explanation.
It was a little uncomfortable watching. I think when Bruce inadvertently said that, it brought it to the fore because you saw the social media reaction was so strong, and then obviously his performance meant there was a greater lens on him than normal.
I hate to say it, and it's for all the wrong reasons, but it's probably a bit of a relief in a sense for the AFL PR machine that he's not going to be playing now for a few weeks because they're going to miss him, but it's also going to be easier for them.
You mentioned the reaction. I think Jess O'Halloran and Angela Petlos were among those that wrote columns or had a reaction to it, Caro?
Yep, and Jess O'Halloran is very much of comparing to the NRL. The NRL don't have a stand-down policy under the charge that Jordan is facing, but they do, like the AFL, have the discretion to stand him down if they want to. I'm not sure the NRL would have stood him down under these circumstances, but I think this is... And all these other issues are coming up as a result. You know, Wayne Carey, should he be commentating for Channel 7? It's a vexed issue for the game and a bit embarrassing, I've got to say.